Something else here. Suitability test for the ambassadorial nominees continued for the third day, with 5 candidates appearing before the Departmental Committee on Foreign Relations. Ayub Abdikadir with the details.
I, David Kiplagat Kerich.
David Kiplagat Kerich, nominee for Kenya Embassy, Washington, D.C., was hard pressed on his diplomatic credentials and ability to maneuver delicate diplomatic terrain in the United States of America.
But looking at your CV and your experience, you are completely underwhelming as far as your experience of diplomacy is concerned. You don't have any single diplomatic experience. You haven't got any foreign relations experience. Yet you have been catapulted to the peak of diplomatic representation. Do you have what it takes to represent this country at that very critical position in Washington, D.C.?
My education as a lawyer, one of the subjects that I did in the university was public international law. So I am not that green in diplomacy.
Kerich, a lawyer by profession and former Baringo County Assembly Speaker, was also questioned over his suitability following an Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission adverse report linking him to irregularities regarding 100 million Kenya shillings rehabilitation project in the county of Baringo.
Committee approves your deployment to Washington, D.C., and for whatever reason, the various investigatory authorities, that's EACC, DCI, or any other, finds it fit to invite you for further interrogation or for prosecution for that matter, would you honor the invite? And number 2, what will be the impact of that on your posting and your work in Washington, D.C.?
These are mere allegations. So I still don't believe that a public judgment will be clouded by that.
Hi, Peter Mathuki.
Dr. Peter Mathuki, the immediate former Secretary General of the East African Community, nominee for Moscow, Russia, was also put on the spot over the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war in Europe and its consequences.
Russia is having a great conflict with the Western world because of the invasion of Ukraine. And as we speak, if the world is heading towards at the brink of ending to that world war, if you look at all the circumstances surrounding the same, how are you going to play it to make sure that Kenya is not caught in the crossfire? The fact that the two countries that are in conflict, Russia and Ukraine, are countries that produce, they're commodity countries. They produce commodities that we use here. And therefore, it's in our interest to make sure that that conflict diplomatically is resolved. So to me, I see that as to be diplomatically resolved. That is not very strange from what we are having locally in our East Africa, where some countries are also in a similar position.
Former nominated lawmaker Halima Yusuf Musheke, who was also nominated for The Hague in the Netherlands, also appeared before the committee.
In regards to MERA, first and foremost, Chairman and members, the best thing for us is to add value to the crop. Secondly, is to ensure standards and quality. It is important that we have standards and quality, and also we need capacity building for our people.
On Tuesday, nominees for Abu Dhabi, Accra, Muscat, and the United Nations Environmental Programme will appear before the committee. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.